Hello. Oh, didn't mean to put the credits on. Hello and welcome to SquishiVision, where I'm about to react to She-Hulk Just Jen. I've just watched it. This is my immediate reaction. I'm not going to nitpick and not nitpick. Well, maybe I'll nitpick, but I'm not going to kind of dig deep into like Easter eggs. It's not kind of my jam. This is more just for me to give my immediate thoughts. And this was a very cringe humor episode, and as I've said before, I'm not into cringe humor. It's not a problem with the show. It's not a problem with me either. It's a taste disparity. And this is the problem I had with 2 episodes ago. And then there was it's what I had 2 episodes ago with the dating episode. I found it very cringe. I found it very uncomfortable. I didn't like watching it, but that was something I expected. And then the next episode kind of redeemed it by making it very plot relevant and kind of using the cringe of the previous episode to make a very valid piece of commentary. That might happen here with the next episode. Not entirely sure yet, but there was stuff I liked. But the stuff of the B story I liked. I'll get in a second. The stuff of the A story, I was very. It was a kind of a wedding comedy sketch thing, and it was just really uncomfortable. Bunch of blue humor. People acting. I'm sure I'll later. I mean, here's the thing. I've never been to an English wedding, and Pakistani weddings are very different. There is like none of this kind of stuff. It's even less relatable to me, and that's kind of my main reaction to the episode, and something which impedes my ability to kind of enjoy it. But like, you know, again, that's not a problem with the show. I think people need to realize that just because they don't enjoy something doesn't mean the show is bad. I can recognize where it's a taste disparity. I don't like teeth damage humor. Like it makes me kind of squirm, and that was in this episode as well. So yeah. So I don't really have anything kind of to comment on the wedding stuff. I mean, like everything I would say is nitpicking. Like, why doesn't Jen stand up for herself more? Well, if she did, it wouldn't be the humor. Why, you know, are these people acting weird? Well, that's kind of the humor part of it. You know, hoping about, oh, I don't want to know about your actual life. I mean, I guess a bit about I don't want to know about your life achievements. I want to know who you're in a relationship with is kind of probably very realistic to relatable to some degree of people. And I guess make a commentary on, oh, you know, a woman's worth is diminished because of patriarchal norms if they're not with a man, and yeah, it's a very bad commentary to make and stuff. But just the way it was done, it was very cringe. Like, it wasn't my thing. The B story was actually kind of funny. It was about an immortal person having to deal with like all of his ex-wives who was divorcing. He basically just faked his death and moved on, and I think that was kind of funny. There wasn't much kind of detail in it, but it was kind of amusing. I love seeing Jen's assistant, who I can't remember the name of, I'm really sorry, basically doing that and like, you know, arranging a compromise, arranging kind of things that would make the ex-wives happy, but like it wasn't necessarily willing to evaluate as whatever they needed personally to move on. For some people, that was just literally an apology that was heartfelt and sincere. So I did like that kind of part. I love the 2 actors who were playing playing her assistant and the other lawyer, who again I can't remember the name of. Clearly having a lot of fun with the role. Clearly, it's fun to watch them having fun. It's fun to watch them have this role, and clearly, like, again, this show is really leading into the comedy. This is a comedy through and through. Like, Marvel has obviously this whole kind of thing about being kind of whimsy at times with its humor and witty and stuff, and sometimes to the detriment of tone. But this is a chance for them to actually lean fully into the humor, and it's somewhat strange. You're now leaning more into the humor. They're not relying have to write too much on the kind of the wittiness. It's more just like, okay, we'll just act humorously. So yeah, that's something I really liked. And then kind of bit at the end with that intelligentsia website, where there's like a whole like section that's literally just there to like spew and post hate on Jen, and that is very real. You know, successful, prominent women having whole corners of the internet that are purely there just to hate and threaten them, and I mean, I can't relate one bit to what that's like because I've never had to go through that. I'm unlikely to go through it. I mean, there's a possibility that if I ever get successful, I will go through something similar because of my race and religion, but it'll never be because of my gender. But even so, even if I do, I mean, it's still like that's something that happens in real life, and you know, it's the worst of humanity. It's the worst of the internet. It's the worst of what people can be potential of, and it's good that this show is able to kind of, while staying within the tone of humor, it's able to actually shine light on that, and shine light on that from a purely women perspective. Like that entire part, there was no kind of male commentary, and I think that was actually kind of something notable. Harris says, as a male commentator on the subject, but you know, I'm using my voice to appreciate that's the thing. So yeah, this episode wasn't for me. That's a me thing. There's some genuine good things in it. The episode did warn us in advance it's going to be very self-contained and not. Well, it says it was self-contained. It actually does fairness more to promote the plot of the arc of the show and everything else, because we also get a tease at the end about the Hulk King who is trying to steal Jen's blood, which is kind of the underlying threat that Jen herself isn't really aware of, but we as an audience are. So that's my reaction to this. I have things to do during the day. I was hoping to do a celebration night yesterday of like a bunch of screaming, and then I ended up falling asleep because of course I did. So at some point when I get back, before I have a train to catch to Bradford, I will hopefully watch Andor, and then well, I'm not caught up because I've got Rings of Power, but yeah, that's the plan. Anyway, yeah, so we're episode 6 out of 9. I didn't realise this was a 9-episode series, but it is. Which is kind of actually a bit ironic, because comedies are usually short affairs compared to drama, whereas this is longer than most of the dramatic Marvel series of late. Lily, you're ruining the illusion here of my green screen. So we're 2/3 through. So I suspect the next 3 episodes are gonna probably lean more. I hope they lean more heavily on the plot. But yeah, anyway, that's my thoughts. Catch you guys later. I need to go and close my kitchen door before my cat goes in the kitchen, which I'm not meant to do. So I'm gonna wrap up very quickly. Laters.